Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your social studies teacher. Today we have Unit 2, Chapter 8, Section 2, page 228 to 232. Our topic is Chinese society and culture. Here we have some lesson objectives: Han society, family life, trade and Buddhism, Han products, growth of trade, Buddhism in China, and science and technology. Here we have our first lesson objective, that is Han society. Han official name Zhang Qian. He returned from a mission to Central Asia in 126 BC. China's Han period was a time of great prosperity, growth, and achievement. During this period, China developed many of social and cultural features that came to define imperial Chinese civilization for thousands of years. Here we have family life. During the Han dynasty, the philosophy of Confucianism came in the shape of Chinese society. Confucius, he was the founder of Confucianism. He taught that the family was central to the well-being of the state. In keeping with Confucian values, the father served as the head of the family and had total authority over other family members. Women in Han China had less status than men. Once they married, Chinese women were expected to obey their husbands and mothers-in-law. However, all women sometimes held power within the family because of the Confucian respect for elders and parents. Some older widows even became heads of families. A few women did achieve positions of status in Han China. One of the best known is Ban Zhihu, a Confucian scholar and writer. Ban Zhihu wrote poems and essays and helped write a famous history of the Han dynasty. In her best known essay titled Lessons for Women, she instructs women to be humble and obedient. Here we have trade and Buddhism. How trade spread in China and how Buddhism came into China. Although agriculture formed the basis of the Han economy, manufacturing and trade grew in importance during the Han period. This growth increased prosperity and led to contact between China and other civilizations. Han products. Artisans in the Han dynasty manufactured numerous products. Iron workers made iron swords and other weapons. China's most prized product was silk. Growth of trade. As they conquered areas of Central Asia, the Han learned that people further west wanted Chinese goods. He told of the region's riches and the demand there for Chinese goods. These events lead to increased Chinese trade in the West. The Silk Roads. The merchants traveling between China and Central Asia, they used a series of overland routes. The most famous were called the Silk Roads. This network of routes eventually stretched from China 4,000 miles across the heart of Asia to the Mediterranean Sea. The Silk Roads linked China to India, the Middle East, and the Roman Empire as well. Here we have the religion of Buddhism in China. How Buddhism spread into China. Buddhism reached China in the 1st century AD. By AD 200, Buddhism had spread across much of China. The spread of Buddhism from India to China is an example of cultural diffusion. It means the spread of ideas from one culture to another culture. Here we have Han achievements. The Han period was a classical age in China's history. During this period, the arts flourished and advances in science and technology improved life. Science and technology. One of the most important Han invention was an item still used every day, that is paper. The Chinese made paper by grinding plant fibers. In farming, Han inventions included the iron plow and the wheelbarrow. With an iron plow, a farmer could till more land. In science field, Han inventions included the seismograph. Seismograph is a device to measure earthquake. In medicine, the Han made advances in the practice of acupuncture. This practice involves inserting fine needles, injections into the skin at specific points for what? To cure disease and relieve pain. Hope all the points you got. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.